Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to the final game of the Arena Lacrosse League regular season 2018. I'm Steven Stamp. This is AL action on JVI Sports Network, and the Paris Riverwolves will have the first possession. Derek Searle getting the face-off after a violation by Peterborough. That's an over and back, and a chance for Zach Thompson right away. He's going to run in, take a shot from his offside. It goes wide of Stephen Orleman, the starting goaltender for Paris, who have clinched second place. Peterborough is locked into seventh, which means while this game doesn't have an impact directly on the standings, it is a preview of the first round of playoffs next week right here at Children's Arena in Oshawa. Shot by Dan Keene. That one's stopped by Brett Paris. He's got Brody Tutton up the floor. Sidearm whip, gets it to him. Great pass with the save by Stephen Orleman. Turns it aside with the foot, and it's still scoreless. Paris going left to right, wearing the white with the dark trim. Peterborough in their blue with the orange shoulder caps. Going right to left. Mike Burke has the ball, leading scorer for the Riverwolves with 59 points in just 9 games, 6.6 a game. Paris looks behind him. He's got it underneath him, though, and he's going to whip the sidearm pass out to Caleb Bingley. Paris is really getting quite good at throwing the ball with this low roof here at Children's Arena. It could come in handy. He's played a lot of games here. He's used to those outlets. Colton Armstrong's number 9 is out on the offense. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Peterborough loses possession, and it is scooped up by the Riverwolves. Liam Patton running the floor, drafted by the Calgary Roughnecks, and was with the Buffalo Bandits, played some games with them on the active roster. Terrific prospect for the National Lacrosse League. And good to see him back here when he is available. He's on their practice squad, so he is joining here. There's a shot out front, another save by Paris. As a quick release in front by Travis Burton. Sorry, that was Drake Smith, number 21. Makes more sense. Burton, number 27, is a D tranny. Hartley, a nice little duck to get open, but Orleman with the shrug save. It's no over and back, but still Justin Kula gets there first. He's going to push the pace in on offense. He's met by Rob King. Cam Garland up at the top. He is stripped by Brett Ulbicus. And off they go. That is Travis Burton running with the ball. Penalty coming to the Timbermen. Orleman already at the bench. They've got an extra attacker. A little duck and shoot. Ulbicus can't quite find the range. It's going to go up out of play. So the whistles will sound. And in 2:27 into the first quarter, we'll have our first penalty. And the Riverwolves will go to the man advantage. Burke, as I mentioned, leading the team with 59 points, 22 goals, and 37 assists. They have 9 players who have 10 or more goals on the season. Spencer Pike and Dan Keene have 18 each. The second place guys, that's Pike with the ball now, 44. Playing catch with Colin McDowell. Sorry, with Bryden Curran down low. There's a shot saved by Paris. They go backdoor, and Curran can't quite handle the pass. It's scooped there by Riley Campbell, the Peterborough captain. He's running through some checking from Smith, and Curran throws on the brakes, protects the ball, and just shovels it over to Armstrong. He dropped it momentarily. He's got Searle up all over him. Armstrong still with the ball. He'll just roll it along the boards. Tried to get it to Dan Mickle, but didn't quite connect. Just 7 left on the shot clock as Drake Smith picks the ball up behind his own net. 1:10 to go in the penalty. Playoffs next week in the Arena Lacrosse League. With the regular season wrapping up, things all set. Keene's shot stopped by Paris, back up top to Burke. Pike back to Burke. Keene's going to let it fly again. Another, oh, that was blocked actually out front. And here comes a break. Timberman running the floor. That was Joe Wasson taken off, wearing number 12 tonight. He's at the top of the penalty hill again with Doug Utting. Brody Tutton. Oh, and there's the first goal of the game. Tutton down low, but that is shot from way up top. Mike Burke. 1 second short of 4 minutes into the game. It's 1-0 for Paris. And the Timbermen come up with the ball, and Caleb Bingley has drawn a penalty as he went through the double team. We'll see probably an illegal cross-checking call, I would imagine. 6 attackers heading out for Peterborough. They've got 15 left on the shot clock, so lots of time to work with. Mick will throw it down low. Hartley tried to make a duck underneath and pass it up top to Bergen. And it is illegal cross-checking, so the Timbermen trailing 1-0 will go to the power play. Tim Bergen's going to start up top with it. Bergen's up top. McWilliams down to Kula. Hartley was in the middle there. They get it to Mickle. He's going to rip an overhand shot. Think it went off. No, it didn't go off a Paris player. It was just a stick-on-stick check. So the ball goes out of play, and the Riverwolves will get possession. Derek Searle ahead to Ulbicus. Nice little shimmy-sham move there to get clear. Break up over center and give it to Mike Burke. Minute and a half left on the penalty. Armstrong is up on Burke. Swinging wrap check. Nice strip. Oh, but Armstrong can't grab it. 30-second clock is down to 7 for Paris. Not sure if they called over and back or. And Armstrong definitely touched the ball. Anyway, he's got possession, goes to the net, passes, handcuffs Hartley as it was down low, and that is a turnover and not a great decision. So here comes Burton the other way. He'll hand it off. And Jonah Beam is just going to wait for someone to get out there. Keane has the ball up top. Minute to go in the penalty. Still 1-0 Paris for 5.5 into the first quarter. Smith tries to feed it through to Keane, but he was being checked by Connor Primo. That pass right down to the feet of Riley Campbell. And another turnover for the Timbermen. They've had 2 chances at possession on this power play and have thrown both away with errant passes. Ulbicus taking some wax. Lobs it ahead, nicely led for Mike Burke to run onto. The captain's going to the net. He'll shoot. 5-hole, it's caught up in the pad of Brett Parrish. He has to dig it out. Stephen Borden gets it ahead to Bingley. And Bergen will take that and wait for his offensive cohort. They've got 15 on the penalty. The shot clock not ticking at this point. McWilliams takes it. Bergen from the top. Now a little open space for Hartley, and he scores a laser top corner. Fred Hartley on the power play. It's 1-1 with 8:31 to go here in the first quarter. The Timbermen tying up with their own power play goal to answer a Riverwolves power play. Peterborough looks like they're coming up with possession on the faceoff. They're surrounded by white jerseys. And eventually it's Rob Koger looks like he's come out with it, but the ball's still bouncing around, and Primo goes after. He runs into Ulbicus. And eventually it's Rob King. He's got pressure, tries to pass it ahead, but it's knocked down. Koger gets it. He's got pressure from Primo. Not sure where they are in the 8-second count. Neither are the Peterborough coaching staff. Ray Dance just demonstrating to the refs how you count from 1 to 8, which he thinks they failed to do. Mike Melnichenko runs through a check. Ball doesn't get through to Pike. Melnichenko almost had it, but Pike gets it back, 2 to shoot. Armstrong all over him. Great defense by Colton Armstrong. He missed a couple of games with an injury, and the Timbermen really missed the energy he brings to the game. Garland will hand it off to Mickle. 7.5 to go. We're midway through the first quarter. Penalty coming to Paris. I believe it's Patton that's going to get it. Paris is at the bench. 9 on the shot clock for Peterborough. McWilliams, sidearm pass. Hartley gets the shot off, but it goes wide. Great job by Burton to get out on him, and Peterborough will go back to the man advantage with 7:07 to play. We'll have the officials timeout and be right back. All right, here we go with the Timbermen power play. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the ALL on JVI. This is a preview of next week's quarterfinal match. It'll be at 7 o'clock right here at the Oshawa Children's Center. You should come on out. It's a full day of lacrosse starting at 1 o'clock. There's McWilliams. He's going to shoot through the screen, bounces off Searle. Comes out, one-hand jump dunk shot attempt by Justin Kula. And somebody's getting a slashing call. Brett Olbicus will go. So it's going to be 5-on-3 for the Timbermen. The 1 o'clock game will be the 4th place Whitby Steelhawks, the expansion team, taking on the 5th place Six Nations Snipers. And then at 4 o'clock, or an hour after the first game finishes, got to make sure they have a warm-up time, we will see the 3rd place St. Catharines Shockwave and the 6th place Oshawa Outlaws. Bergen changes the plane. The shot goes off Orleman. Weird hop off the boards. Bounced away from everybody, but Searle was able to scoop it up. Outlet pass for Keene doesn't connect. And Udding is there, bounces off his stick. It's a hot potato of a ball tonight so far, but Campbell is able to corral it, throws it high, and Bergen gets it. He's going to show behind the back pass. Thought he was going to let it rip. Down to Hartley. Shoots, saved by Orleman right in the stick. He's looking for an outlet. It's a man off the bench really early is Dan Keene. Udding is all over him. Peterborough was yelling that he was early on that one, and boy, they've got a pretty good point. And that would have been a penalty shot if they'd been called for too many men. They definitely had 4 players on the floor. Olbicus almost stripped by Bingley, but somehow hangs on to that ball. Then with 4 on the shot clock, just flips it over his shoulder. 33 left on the 5-on-3 advantage for the Timbermen. Mickle gets a little pressure. There's Bergen with a pick. You're going to call it an illegal pick on Kula, and that'll do it for the first of the 2 penalties. There's only 22 seconds between them, so. Armstrong with the swinging wrap check. They've been effective tonight. Colin McDowell still has the ball, throws it up top to Burke, who whips it sidearm over to Pike. He's watched by Connor Primo. Keene's just going to let it fly from outside with 5 left on the shot clock. 11 left on the second penalty. Paris very close to killing off both of these penalties. Kula taking his time, and that'll do it. The penalty's over. And we're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse, 4:44 to go in the first. McWilliams, hesitant, shoots, stopped. Looks like he didn't. Oh, and there's a check in the back. And it'll be Peterborough possession. Loose ball foul on Rob King. Knocked Garland down. Not much question about that one. McWilliams. There's a big pick by Kula. He was not put off the hard picks by his earlier illegal pick call. Garland rips it from the outside and scores. Nobody seemed to know what had happened with the ball. Tim Bergen finally celebrates, and then the ball became clear. The official throws his hands up. It's 2-1 Peterborough with 4:20 to go in the first quarter. So the Timbermen unable to connect on their 5-on-3 extended advantage, but shortly after they get one, they're up 2-1 and almost 3-1 as Armstrong pings one off the post, right off the face-off. 4:20 to go as we get underway. Mackenzie Mitchell going to the net, penalty coming to Peterborough. Brett Coons was following him out. Mike Burke takes a look. The offensive set is out there. Just 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Burke back to Pike. His shot off a stick and up high. Probably out of play. Armstrong gives him a chop. They have a little smile for each other. Not sure how friendly a smile. So an illegal substitution call on the Timbermen. Stephen Borden, the in-home player, will go and serve that with 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. 2-1 Timbermen ahead. They'll have to kill this penalty. Keene and Burke playing catch now. Drake Smith gets in on the action. Going to go down low to Keene. Behind the back to Smith. Now the lefties are in on it. Good ball movement, but it pops away from Smith. He almost gets it back from Udding. Now Burke does get it. Udding trying to get back on him. Shoots and scores. Burke, masterful job to ward off the check. Cross over and bounce it just inside the post. .312 to go in the first, and a second power play goal by Paris has tied it up 2-2 in this playoff preview. Great work by Ulbicus to fight his way through. Still double teamed. There's a strip by Armstrong. Managed to avoid the overhand. Now he steps on the line. Ulbicus giving Armstrong a shove. Searle comes over to have a chat. Caleb Bingley. Lots of chatting. Nothing more so far. We'll keep an eye to see how things develop as the game goes on. Sorry. The Riverwolves go right back to the power play. It's a penalty for illegal cross-checking to Colton Armstrong from the scrum. I thought they were calling it over and back, but turns out there's a penalty to Armstrong. So Burke behind the back, ripped there by Colin McDowell. Paris makes the stop though. And a little flare as he flicks that one around behind his back up to Brett Coons, gives it off to Cole McWilliams. Rob Koger on him. Looked like a little help coming from Zach Sloan. Hartley bounces it through to Bergen, who's backpedaling. Hartley makes himself available. Patton on him. Blaze McCullough comes in for the help. Shot by Hartley off the foot of Orleman. Snagged by Patton. Boy, here's a... Oh, wait, that's not Patton. That was Blaze McCullough. Nice job by him to come up with that loose ball. Good work stepping in on the help as well. Melnichenko backpedaling. Waits for Pike to arrive and gives him the ball. Tutton and Campbell low. Low shot off of Paris. Or is it off a player? No, it was off a defender. Tutton, wearing 28 tonight in the blue helmet. Paris corrals that ball off the boards. Sees Wasson ahead, will get it to him. He steps across center, 49 left on the Timberman penalty. Kula takes the pass. Joe Wasson staying out for an offensive shift while they're man down. Burton, nice slide help. Explodes. Fred Hartley. Can't quite get to Burton. Now he gets it. Goes to the net, shoots, steps in the crease. Not a bad little play, but a little too far with the foot. Lands on the line, and it's Timberman ball. 24 left on the penalty, so they can kill the rest of this. It's about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the penalty. So they can just kill the rest then. See if they can get a shot in the last few seconds. Campbell taking his time. We're into the final minute. The penalty expires. And with 3 on the shot clock, Kula tries a sidearm, but it was high. Comes back to Mickle. He runs out of time. Here come the Riverwolves with 50 to go. Mackenzie Mitchell hands it off to Ulbicus. He almost runs through Spencer Pike as he gets it across to McDowell. Burke has Keene coming. You can hear the communication, letting him know he was there. Swim move. Keene steps back, rips it overhead, but stick on stick, it goes up into the net. 30 seconds exactly for the Timbermen so they can pull Paris and work for the last shot. He is running to the bench. He runs a lot. Doesn't need to. They got lots of time. They're not going anywhere for another 15 seconds. 20 to go in the period. They've got 6 attackers out. Kula has it, back up to McWilliams, 15. 10 seconds. Should start moving in now. Bergen goes low. Kula hits the cutter. McWilliams shot, then Bergen scores with 3 seconds left. I think there's a pass originally intended for McWilliams. It bounces away, somehow winds up in the stick of Tim Bergen. And he just tucks it over the shoulder of Stephen Orleman. Nice little goal. King and Coons with 3 seconds left. There will be a shot at the buzzer by Josh Medeiros, but it's the goal with 3.1 seconds to play by Tim Bergen that will give the Timbermen a 3-2 lead here in this Arena Lacrosse League playoff preview. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League on JVI. We'll be back with the second quarter. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We're about to get underway the second quarter of this playoff preview of Arena Lacrosse League action. And everybody's running over the line. That's where in football they just say illegal motion, left side of the offensive line. Peterborough jumped, Paris gets the ball. Next week here at Children's Arena, that's March 31st, Saturday, 1 o'clock, Whitby and Six Nations, 4 o'clock or an hour after the previous game finishes. That pass doesn't quite connect. Timberman, nice job to clamp down on that. Again, the shot clock not going. And it's going to be Armstrong that gets it. 4 o'clock will be St. Catharines. Wow, no holding calls. McDowell spun Armstrong completely around. Wow, 4 o'clock St. Catharines and Oshawa, and then 7 o'clock the rematch of this, Peterborough and Paris, the second place team. Armstrong loses the ball, and it's Patton that comes up with it. Lopes up into the offensive zone, nice moves, and drops it off to Mike Burke. Patton heads to the bench. Burke's shot stopped by Paris, snagged there by Brody Tutton. He was thinking about flicking one backwards, gets it ahead to Wasson, though Wasson pull it down, tries to fight through Olbicas, tries to flick it over to Bergen, but it was a little high. Bergen wasn't quite ready for it, and here come the Riverwolves the other way. Pike with the push pass, gets it back. There's Drake Smith right in the crease, but Paris was ready for it. He's been sharp. The league leader in goals against average. What great catch by Campbell. The save by Orleman, though. He's been ready. Peterborough generating some scoring chances. When they haven't been throwing passes away, they have turned over several balls that could have led to solid possessions. But boy, they are creating some chances. Paris, 11.72 goals against average. Tops in the league. You can hear the Peterborough coaching staff wants some pressure. That's Meldichenko on the run. 6 seconds to go. He shoots it off of Paris and up out of play. Fresh 30 for the Riverwolves. McDowell immediately across to the far side. Kern tries to get it back to Keene, but that one pops loose. Pressure immediately from Thompson, but Keene comes up with it. They've still got 16 on the shot clock, and now Primo gets it, just leaves it there as he falls. Thompson with Tutton. There's Tutton wide open. Goes 5-hole, but Orleman was there. Oh, and Tutton knew he couldn't play the ball because he'd gone through the crease, but Thompson didn't see where it was. And eventually Bryden Kern comes up with it, sprints into the forefloor. 3-2, or 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. No scoring here in the second period of action. Arena Lacrosse League regular season play on JVI Sports Network. There's a shot by Smith, another save by Paris. Both goalies have been sharp. In this long change quarter, Peterborough unable to get any pressure on there. But nice hustle. Actually, check, looks like there's a 24 out there. Oh, that is Blaze McCullough, right? He is. I knew that. I've been talking about him all night. McCullough having a solid game. There's a drive to the net by Mickle. Tries to come back near side. Jonah Beam was all over him. And I checked the pronunciation of Beam. Actually, Chris Driscoll, assistant coach for the Riverwolves, knows him from some hockey things. So he from family hockey connections. I have been saying Bohm or Bame all season. I think Bohm, but sorry about that, Jonah. Good work tonight. There's Hartley trying to drive underneath, but Sloan turns him aside and then knocks him right down. The ball pops loose. Mickle goes after a little push in the back by Mickle, but the Riverwolves come up with it, so no call. Olbeck is going 1-on-3. He's going to shoot. Nice save by Paris. Just got a piece of that to drive it up out of play. So the Riverwolves get possession. Didn't know if I liked that take by Olbicus on his offside with 3 defenders, but he gets the possession back, and he almost scored it. If it goes in, it's a good shot selection. as they say. Ball is loose, tapped ahead nicely. Smart play by Thompson. It is tracked down there. And Doug Udding will change direction, draw a penalty, and wait for 6 attackers to get out there as Paris is at the bench. Peterborough gradually and methodically getting their offense out. They've got 14 on the shot clock. Bergen up top. Ball is tipped aside by Searle, but it does go over to Mickle. Garland goes high to low pass, but it goes off of Kula's stick, and eventually the shot clock just runs out on Peterborough. 10-12 to go in the second. The Timbermen up 3-2. Didn't get a chance, but they will go to the man advantage. Timbermen without their 3 leading scorers tonight. Mark Vredenberg, Joel Matthews, Chris Atwood, none of them here. But they are ahead by a goal. We're going to see what they can do on the power play here. So it's a check from behind. That off the post. Bergen's going to get there first. Burton, all kinds of pressure on him. Hartley grabs it. He's going to slow things down. Goes to McWilliams. He's not going to slow things down. They're going to move quickly. Mickle's shot saved by Orleman. Boy, he's quick coming across. The youngster, still a junior A player. But I'll tell you, NLL teams are already keeping an eye on him. There is a dearth of goalies in the National Lacrosse League. Everyone's looking for them. And you know NLL GMs are watching him as he plays in this top developmental league for the National Lacrosse League. Curran with a dramatic swim with the stick up top and then back down. Now he switches sides, takes the shot, misses. Oh, I think they gave him a reset. That looked like it was a couple feet wide to me. I guess it must have gone off of Paris. Another reset, but the Timbermen can come up with it this time. Brody Tutton has the ball knocked away from him. Nonchalantly gets it with one hand, but spin move comes open. Over to McWilliams. Cutters Hartley save Orleman. Tutton gets it back. He wanted to shoot, but Beam was there right away. 30 seconds left on the penalty. And the Timbermen will set up their power play. 18 to go in their shot clock. Bergen gets it as he arrives at the top of the formation. McWilliams to Mickle. That pass was tipped down. Beam gets there, but it's grabbed by Hartley. Kula, 6 to shoot. Bergen's just going to let it rip and score. It's almost like he thought, it's getting late in the shot clock. I'll just let her go. Orleman has stopped almost everything, but couldn't find that one. .22 to go here in the second quarter, and we finally have the first goal of the period. A power play marker by Tim Bergen. There's Mackenzie Mitchell running along the boards, gets taken down. Not sure which Peterborough player it's on. There was a pair of them there. Dogging the Riverwolves, man. Looks like Udding is going for a check from behind. So after the Peterborough power play goal, the Riverwolves will get their opportunity. Both of their goals tonight have come on the power play. Burke once again at the top. Pike right there, and Curran the lefties. And the other righty is Keane, shooter spot. Drake Smith is down low at the crease. He has the ball, up to Keane. Tutton and Armstrong at the top. Outside shot by Burke. Turned aside by Paris, fresh 30. Coons and Campbell are the low man on the Peterborough penalty kill. Little reach around shot that trickles behind Paris, but he lands on it. Pops up as play was blown down and wings one ahead to Tutton. Tutton watched by King. He's going to get help from Koger. Tutton trying to get underneath. Koger just rides him to the ground. He lands in the crease. It's Paris possession. Patton leaves it there for Pike, and Burke will set things up at the top of the power play as all the offensive players get ahead. They've only got 15 seconds left to use here. Burke to Keene, looks to Smith, gives it to him. It's Thompson up top now on the PK. Fresh 30. Boy, good effort by Colton Armstrong, but nice work by Burke to get ahead. Now Armstrong picks it off, 2-on-0. He's got Campbell's just gonna run interference, and Armstrong all alone bounces it up off Orleman's foot or stick out of play. It'll be Peterborough possession, 44 left on the penalty. They'll be able to kill all but 14 seconds of it. Armstrong, or Cole McWilliams starts with, he had Mickle all alone on top of the crease, but he was double teamed and was just being careful. And now, penalty coming to Paris after the double team. Knocked McWilliams down, stripped him of the ball, but at a price. So with the penalty to Liam Patton, it's a slashing call. We're 4-on-4 for 38 seconds. And then the Timbermen will go to the power play, assuming no more infractions. Kula looking for a pick from Bergen. It's a bit of a slip pick. The stick is loose, and Searle just shoves him aside, gets the ball, and outlets it to Mitchell. He's got Burton running with him. He's got the trailer Obicus. He rips it, misses wide, comes out to Pike, but gets away from him. 10 left on the Timberman penalty. An 11-second difference, 11 more on the shot clock than on the penalty, so the Riverwolves will go into penalty kill mode now. And lob it ahead to Burke. He steps by and shoots, gets it back, and they're going to get a fresh 30 to kill on this man short for the Riverwolves. Borden coming up high on Burke. Pike with no pressure will just toss it over to Keene. All the Timbermen back within their restraining line. And Paris is going for a change with 7 left on the shot clock. They'll get their defenders out. Burke shoots, it goes wide, but Paris touches it. Just realized that Brett Paris is playing against the Paris Riverwolves. So hopefully you all can keep track of which Paris I'm talking about. Mickle with it, 37 left on the power play for Peterborough. Just 15 on the shot clock as they get the full complement of offensive players out. McWilliams up to Bergen. Mickle thought about a shot. Now Bergen has it. 4 on the shot clock. Sidearm scooped up by Orleman. He hangs onto it, lobs it ahead. It was going for beam, but it was snagged there by Mackenzie Mitchell. Mitchell, a young player from the Orangeville area. And he will leave it there for Colin McDowell. McDowell hasn't been able to play a lot of games, but he is just below the other top scorers for Paris. He's been very effective when he's been here. Curran taking his time. We are back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. Drake Smith gets it down to McDowell. He cuts around off the pick. Nice work by Riley Campbell to stay with him. Timberman captain doing a good job. Paris smothers that one, looking up the floor. Coons is to the bench to get the outlet. McWilliams catches it. Saved by Orleman. Great job by Brett Coons to hustle off the floor. He created that chance for Cole McWilliams. And McWilliams is going to stay up the floor. And he'll be picked up by Patton. There's a shot by Pike. Paris gets it. And they're going to go to McWilliams. Nobody had Udding, and he misses the net. That goes up into the rafters and hits. There's a penalty coming to Peterborough for illegal substitution. Must have been somebody trailing behind because McWilliams never left the floor and Udding ran up the floor. Peterborough's not complaining, so they must have had somebody change inappropriately. So Paris to the power play. 3:56 to go in the half. 4-2, Peterborough leads. Smith to Keene, Burke back up top, gets it. Again, Pike and Curran. Armstrong and Udding up top for Peterborough. That pass was tipped. A lot of spin. Utting runs into Keene. He's taken off. Burke goes after him. Utting's got some room. Shoots, save, Orleman. Armstrong tries to get on some pressure on. Here comes Patton the other way. He's going to stay out for the power play. Ball gets away from Smith. And here come the Timbermen again. Ball caught by Armstrong, shoots another save. Oh, and Patton, that's a penalty coming as Armstrong was shoved into the boards by Liam Patton. The question now is whether that's 2 or 5. Come on, and Brett Kuhn's going to have a word with Patton. Riley Campbell too. Nobody very happy with him. Not a vicious shove by Patton, but when he's off balance in a very vulnerable position. The officials having a chat. I've got to think as they discuss this, it's going to be a 5. Yeah, 5 for checking from behind. Armstrong still down on the floor along the boards. He is not looking very comfortable. So that'll make it 4-on-4 for a minute 21. And then there'll be 3:39 left for Peterborough to go on the major power play. If there are no other penalties, they will be able to score 2 on that major. All right, we're underway. 3:17 to go as play starts. 4-on-4. Armstrong is up. Was helped off the floor, but looked all right. Bergen in the 4-on-4 trying to drive through. He is doubled up. Nice little move by Garland. Then he's going to have to shoot because a great 2-man defense. Burton picking up Mickle. Orleman with the save. Olbicus runs into double team trouble, but evades it. Lobs it over to McCullough. Curran going for a run. He's picked up by Thompson. Throws it back to Keene. Burke cuts through the middle. Slip pick, now a full-on pick. Trying to open up a lane. Little running one-arm underhand shot by Keene. Stopped by Paris, and the Timbermen have it. 28 left on the 4-on-4. Wasson just sprints into the offensive zone. Slows it down and gives it to Hartley over to McWilliams. Big chops there from Mitchell. That ball bounces right out to Beam. He gets ahead to Koger. Tutton coming off the bench. And Koger on his offside will just pull it out. Now circle. Go ahead, circle around the net. Nope, he's going to go back where he came from. As they are shorthanded now. Peterborough on to their 5-minute power play. It's a low shot that misses wide, goes up into the rafters. And here comes Utting. He's got a man with him. Passes to Mickle. And they're just going to wait and set up the power play as they didn't have a great look at the net. Bergen gives it back immediately to Mickle. Hartley's the other lefty. McWilliams and Kula, the righties once again. Olbicus and Burton up high. McWilliams shot it got through Orleman. Now they pass out to Mickle. His shot is knocked aside. Burton almost had it, but Hartley grabs the ball. Oh, great wrap defense by Burton to get it loose. Ball still free on the ground. Hartley going after. He kind of drags Olbicus down, and that's the definition of a loose ball push. Paris pushing the pace. Searle back to Burton on his offside. Quick stick attempt. And Melnichenko couldn't quite find the range. Burton looked like he was thinking about the dunk shot. So Campbell is out on him. Peterborough again is man up here. 8 seconds down. 8 seconds to go on the penalty. On the shot clock, sorry. Ball is stripped. Wasson running ahead. And Peterborough's taking a timeout with 34.7 to go here in the first half. You get 1 per half, so you might as well use it. You're going to set something up and try and take advantage of this 5-minute major that has 2:17 to go. Starting with possession here with 34.7 to go. Beam and Mitchell down low for the Riverwolves. Olbicus and Searle up high. On the power play, so they're not going to pull the goalie so they can shoot anytime there's an opportunity. McWilliams over to Mickle. Kula cycles through. Bergen's coming up high on the wheel. There's McWilliams. He cuts the net, shoots, stopped by Orleman. He's able to corral the rebound. 12 seconds to go. But then a loose ball push. That is an undisciplined play, and the Timbermen will get it back. 11.5 to go. McWilliams to Kula, down to 7. 3, 2, they've got to get a shot off. They can't catch the ball. Searle gets it, and the half will end with Peterborough up 4-2. Again, this is a preview of next week's ALL playoff action. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the Arena Lacrosse League on JVI Sports Network. Make sure you're here next week at Children's Arena in Oshawa, a triple header of playoff excitement. Well, welcome back to Lacrosse, friends. We're about to start the second half. It's 4-2 for Peterborough, and they have 1:40 left on their 5-minute man advantage. Wasn't actually a full 5, of course, because they had a penalty. They were still serving, but they are on the power play now, and they'll set up. Mickle taking his time, gets over to McWilliams. Kula low. Bergen takes it at the top. Olbicus and Burton up high for the penalty kill. McCullough and Searle low. Mickle has Hartley down at the bottom. 5 to shoot. Bergen goes over the top. Arm save. Orleman's save bounces right out to Hartley. Boy, these goaltenders have been good. Paris has only allowed 2 for Peterborough. Orleman has allowed 4, but he may have even been better. He's been really challenged by a Peterborough team, missing its top 3 scorers. Great effort tonight by both these teams. There's a shot by McWilliams. Seemed to have Orleman leaning the wrong way, and he smiles ruefully as he realizes how close he was to getting one. There's a pass thrown away. Olbicus and Burke couldn't connect, and here come the Timbermen. Boy, we've seen that happen on the other side. Now we're seeing it with Paris. Bad times to throw the ball away as Peterborough back on the power play. Hartley. All kinds of pressure from Josh Medeiros. McWilliams loses the ball, takes his eye off it with Searle on top of him, but does come up with it. He's got to shoot just a little bit wide. It's going to be an over and back 30-second clock. Either way, that will do it for the major. Patton will be released in 13 seconds, and the Riverwolves are starting with possession. Burke down in the corner, lobs it up top. Peterborough does a quick check to make sure they've only got 4 guys because they were a one-man short. Then Bingley jumps out. And Pike just stands high. Patton steps to the bench. Melnichenko comes in and runs right through traffic. The over-the-back shot, behind-the-back shot by Pike didn't connect. And then the ball thrown away and picked off. Another errant pass, and this time it's Burton running the floor, shoots, misses, gets up into the rafters. They're awarding possession to Paris. Okay, no complaints from Peterborough, so it must have touched somebody. Okay, it went off a stick. One of the fans beside me is advising. So good call there. Nice eye by the fans here. Well, one fan anyway. And another pass thrown away. And that's Paris being forced because there was nobody really available, and the 8-second count was coming up. Peterborough with the lead, but they are squandering some chances to have possessions here. Curran takes the ball from King. Keane wanted it, gets it, but immediately Primo is out on him. Connor Primo, an all-Canadian in the Canadian University Field Lacrosse Association, playing for the Ottawa GGs. Suiting up here for the Timbermen. Showing you he can play defense inside as well. Trying to get some attention of National Lacrosse League scouts. Here's Armstrong cutting underneath Koger. Oh, and then the shot right in the middle of Orleman. Created a nice chance for himself, but not a bad shot selection, just not very well executed. And the Timbermen will set up. Armstrong staying for the offensive shift, 21 on the shot clock. Mickle takes the rip. Penalty coming to the Riverwolves. That's going to bounce all the way out to Armstrong. Oh, they've got a fresh 30. As they say, it went off of Orleman. So they've got lots of time with 6 attackers. They're just now getting everyone out. Kula is the last man, comes to Bergen. He goes down to Hartley, or to Cam Garland, whose quick stick attempt goes straight down and straight back up into the rafters. Check from behind, 2 minutes to Patton. He's right back in the box. Bergen at the top. McWilliams has to bounce away, but he's quickly on it. But there's Olpicus pressuring. Hartley wanted to shoot, but Burton's there as the ball pops loose. It's a 2-on-1. McCullough sprinting down, runs past Bergen, scores! He had Olpicus on the other side, didn't need him. McCullough just uses his wheels, blazes down the floor, and finds a spot for the shorthanded goal. For 3, the Riverwolves pull within 1 of the Timbermen with the shorty from McCullough. Timbermen get possession off the faceoff. Thompson will lob it across to Mickle, and lots of time left on the power play. Still a minute and a half for Peterborough. Very methodical setting up on the power play. They've only got 14 seconds to shoot as they finally start moving towards the net. Hartley goes underneath, and is grabbed onto by McCullough. Bergen loses his helmet, picks it up, and Olbicus runs over mid-floor. McWilliams picking him up. It's left there for Searle. Minute left on the penalty. Oh, almost picked off by Tutton, but now Drake Smith will run in with a chance. Tries to go behind the back. Primo got there for the slide help, and the ball was nowhere near the net. Utting runs away from traffic. Hands off to McWilliams, 45 on the penalty. We're 5 minutes into the third quarter. Peterborough leading 4-3. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. Playoffs are coming up next Saturday, March 31st. 5-hole attempt by McWilliams. Orleman shuts that down. He has been so sharp, the youngster. Still at least 2 years of junior A lacrosse left. We've seen some young goalies have success at the NLL level. Not many, but Christian Del Bianco right now is the leading goaltender in the league. Stephen Orleman would love to follow in his footsteps. He has been playing for Team Canada U17s at the Worlds a couple years ago. There's another pass thrown away by Peterborough. And Olbicus working hard for the 8-second count. Will hand it over to Paris. I'm not saying Stephen Orleman is ready for the NLL. That's a big step, but boy, what a terrific idea for him playing in this league, getting ready, playing in the 4x4-6 nets, getting ready for the kind of challenges he'll face at the next level. Pike lobs it across to Burke. Utting, nice tight defense on him. Burke fights his way through, gets a shot off though. And then Kern goes to get the loose ball. It slips away from him. Here comes Armstrong. He's got a man with him, gets it. Oh, but Wasson's knocked down from behind. Penalty coming. Wasson slow getting up. That was Melnichenko right in the numbers. And Peterborough's got 6 attackers out and 10 left on the shot clock. That pass gets away from Mickle. The 30 will expire. And the Timbermen will go back to the power play. 8:20 to go here in the third quarter. What's that? You don't think so? I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was here. Yeah. Timbermen go heavy left this time. They've been going heavy right all night on the power play, but they're going to go with 3 lefties now. Garland out for a shift on the power play. He hands it off to Hartley. There's Bergen. Great hustle by Burton to get out on him. Sorry, Patton. There's a shot by Garland. It's going to go up into the Riverwolves bench, and Paris will get possession. I'll tell you, there are 2 ways this game could have gone with it not meaning anything to the standings, but a preview of next week's playoff game. Either the teams just kind of mail it in and think, well, no point worrying too much, or they look at it as trying to send a message for next week, and both clearly opting for the latter, which has made a terrific lacrosse game here. Excellent goaltending. Here's Olbicus. Oh, working in a phone booth, gets away from Tutton, gets to the net and scores. What a play by Brett Olbicus. One of the leading scoring transition players in the league. You can see why. Great finish, bouncing it, but the play really made when he slipped away from the double team right up by center. Got away from the wrap check over top by Brody Tutton and goes all the way to the net. It's another shorthanded goal by the Paris Riverwolves. So midway through the third quarter, it's all tied up 4-4. Peterborough comes up with possession. They are still in the power play. Armstrong gets away from Patton, who stays on him. He says a little check in the back by Patton. It's not going to draw a penalty, but that's the edge she plays with. Peterborough's trying to run the hidden ball trick. That wasn't working. They go back to heavy right for the power play here. 6 to shoot as they get everyone out, but it works this time. Bergen, that dead overhand, loads it up and fires one just inside the post. Power play, Timbermen. They go up 5-4 with 6:58 to go. King comes up to take the face-off with Coons. 6:58 to play. Timberman up 5-4 on the power play marker. Coons gets run into by Mackenzie Mitchell, gives him a shove back. 2-on-0 for Paris. Saved by Paris. Paris stops Paris. Brett Paris stops the Paris Riverwolves. That was Medeiros running in on it. Bingley has it. Lobs it into the corner and heads for the bench. Boy, Caleb Bingley bringing his usual gritty play to the game. McWilliams. Over to Armstrong. Man, right on top of the crease. Hartley all alone. No chance for Orleman as he was going across. I'm not sure he even realized that Hartley was there. Nice pass by Armstrong to set that one up. Doug Hutting out for the face-off for the Timbermen, who leads 6-4 now with 6:22 to go in the third. Somehow, Fred Hartley all alone. A great pass by Armstrong to set him up. Tutton comes up with a loose ball, then drops it. Opicus has it. He is surrounded by 4 Timbermen. Tutton with a great cross-check to the chest. Opicus saying it was up in the face. I thought it was right to the numbers. There's a shot by Burke and the save by Brett Paris. From his knees, rips it ahead to Armstrong, who quite casually, nonchalantly picks up the ball, Burton all over him, but Armstrong escapes. Armstrong gets it back, gets to Mickle. His shot stopped by Orleman, who reaches out, grabs the ball. We will have the officials' timeout at the next stop. It's just 5:41 to go, but the last 2 stoppages have been goals. We don't take the officials' timeout after a goal, so. Now there's a penalty coming to Peterborough. It's off to the right. I didn't see it. It was away from the ball. But Paris gets 6 attackers on the floor. Burke just rips that when it goes wide. It'll be an over and back. And with 5:20 to go, we'll get the officials' timeout. And when we come back, the Paris Riverwolves will be on the power play. So welcome back. It is a power play for Paris. I didn't see what the original call was, and don't know. There was another player sent. Must have been a 10. Peterborough was complaining. They were trying to figure out what was happening, and then a player, Justin Kula, was sent to the box. Can't hear it over the PA system, so don't know. But anyway, Peterborough goes shorthanded with a 2-goal lead. Just under 5 to play here in the third. Pressure gradually creeping up. Medeiros on Hartley. 2 seconds left, and Hartley will just roll it into the corner. An effective 30-second kill for the Timbermen. And Paris will go back the other way. Jonah Beam takes the pass, gets it ahead to Pike. They're going hidden ball trick, trying to convince him Pike has it. Everyone knows Burke has it. He'll pass it over to McDowell. Up at the shooter spot is Dan Keene this time, is down the GLE. Gets the pass and gives it back. There, he's got it again. Now they're going to rotate. Keene will spin and shoot. Not sure if that hit the goalie. They definitely went off a defender. So yeah, there was no fresh 30, but Colton Armstrong had it anyway. Spins through the double team and makes the pass ahead. Oh, but it's away from Riley Campbell, and Paris gets it again. A great play by Armstrong to get through the checking, but a little errant with the pass and turns it over. 30 seconds left on the man advantage for the Riverwolves. Smith up to Burke. Kind of a delayed quick stick by Curran. It's like he double clutched to make sure he had it. Shot goes wide, up out of play, and Peterborough will get it. They'll be able to kill the final 14 seconds. It's Stephen Borden, number 51, is serving the penalty for the Timbermen, so I'm assuming, oh! And a slash right to the throat, and Cole McWilliams just stares at the referee like, how are you not calling that? So we're back to 5-on-5. Garland gives to McWilliams. He gets a pick from Bergen. Nice two-man defense by Burton and Olbicus. And here comes Paris. Liam Patton running with the ball. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. Come on out to the Children's Arena in Oshawa next Saturday, March 31st. Triple header playoff action. Go to the website for all the details. That shot is wide. Karam's off the boards and is snagged by Zach Thompson. Runs back into his own end of it. Then Bingley throws it. Another poor pass. And Bingley's checking the stick. You always have to blame the stick when the pass goes awry. Burke to Smith, who was wide open, but it was thrown behind him. Bounces into the Peterborough bench. 2.5 to go. Timbermen with the ball. They lead 6-4. Bergen to Mickle. Little pick from Hartley. They go backdoor to Bergen, but nice job by Medeiros to pick him up. Patton working hard. Hartley on him. Managed just to knock it loose from Patton, but Coker was right there. Fortuitous bounce for the Riverwolves, and Patton takes that pass, gives it to Keene. The offense will set up. We're under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. McCowell, apparently not clear where he wants to go. Figures it out, makes the pass across. There's a hard shot from the outside by Keene, but that one's stopped by Paris, who's making things look pretty easy in net tonight, I'll tell you. The big guy stopping almost everything thrown at him. McWilliams with beam on him. Peterborough just getting their 5th offensive player out. 15 on the shot clock again. The Timbermen well into the shot clock before they get everybody out and ready. They have some abbreviated possessions on offense because of it. McWilliams watched by Beam. Oh! That shot goes wide and hits Tim Bergen. Bergen appears to be okay. God, that hurt me just seeing him get hit there. And the ball lands in the mesh. Melnichenko lobs it across. Smith thought about shooting. Brody Tutton slipping out on him. Here's Keene, the 5th man on the floor on offense. On the run, right in the belly of Brett Paris. Paris has made some great saves tonight. That may have been the easiest one. It just hit him. Great. Oh, not a great pass. I was going to say great pass ahead by Bingley. Didn't quite get it through. It's knocked down. And here comes Olbicus the other way. Goes to the net. Oh, that's a beauty of a save. Paris throws out the arm. Tutton's all alone. Saved by the foot of Orleman. A little pressure by Patton racing off the bench. Forced Tutton to shoot a little before he could really get set. And that may have been the saving grace, but what a foot save by Orleman. That is tough to get that foot moving like that when you're a goalie. Keene has it. 20 left in the quarter. And 10 on the shot clock now. Pike with the quick stick attempt. Oh, what a save by Paris again on Melnichenko. 9 to shoot. Peterborough's running the floor. Thompson's with Riley Campbell. Campbell shoots off the foot or the leg of Orleman. 2 seconds. Keene's just going to let it fly. And Paris stops it, leaves it, and runs to the bench. 3 periods of action in the books. Exciting game. 6-4. The Peterborough Timbermen lead the Paris Riverwolves in this playoff preview. Arena League action on JVI Sports Network. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. 15 minutes to decide a winner. And we're going to have a possession or a face-off violation by Derek Searle. So Peterborough will get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Caleb Bingley runs into the offensive zone, gives it to Hartley. Searle stays out on him. Tries for the poke check. Little shovel pass. Mickle with a shot off the face of Orleman. Mackenzie Mitchell thought about going to Patton. He's going to leave it for Ulbicus, who scores. Ulbicus, his second goal of the night, both from his offside going across the body. Beautiful spot just inside the post. Perfect placement. And it's 6-5 with 25 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. King is out for the face-off for Paris. He's facing off against Brett Coons. Coons clamps it down, flicks it over. Koger was there first, but Tutton tried to grab it. Koger swats it loose, comes up with the ball. Great loose ball battle. Nice possession by Rob Koger, the veteran defender. Puts his shoulder down, runs through Thompson, takes a hit from Armstrong. Rob Koger, steady as she goes. Solid back there, and just shows some stick skills, banging way ahead. Burke with a shot on his offside from way out. Paris stops that. He's looking down the floor. Gets it ahead to Bergen, right along the boards. He's trapped immediately by Patton. Hartley to Tutton, who's out for O. Pick and another pick. The pick and repick by Hartley. Then his shot bounces off of Searle, up out of play. Well, I guess it didn't bounce off him. Look, it went straight out off the stick as Paris gets possession. And McDowell steps across the restraining line. Keane watched by Wasson. Drake Smith sending a pick in the middle. There's a double pick. The shot by Keane stopped by Paris. Goes down on one leg and knocks that one away. Everyone's still fighting for it. Ball pops out. And Campbell's the first one on. It gets it ahead to Bingley. He dives, shoots, scores. Gorgeous goal by Caleb Bingley. Not known primarily for his scoring prowess, but that looked like a veteran offensive player going to the net. Beautiful finish by Bingley. .145 into the fourth, and one of the unlikeliest of scorers, Caleb Bingley, making like Superman, flying through the air and burying it to make it 7-5 Peterborough Timbermen. And now Connor Primo, great job to run through three checkers to get the ball ahead to his offense, and he will go and get some hearty pats on the back from his coaching staff. Mickle, there's a slip through the middle by Garland, but great job by Burton to pick him up. Ball spinning around on the carpet. McWilliams tries to get it, gets away from him, and Burton has it ahead to Patton. He's 1-on-2. Tutton just lets him shoot, but Paris was there to make the save. Bounce pass to Armstrong, but Tutton takes that one. Didn't see Armstrong there. Big couple of whacks by Burton. Tries the pitchfork check. Now the ball pops loose. Oh, and then Tutton retaliates with a chop to the foot, and he's going to take a penalty. They're going to have a chat. Takes a cross check. Oh, and now, wow. So Tutton took the first one, and Travis Burton is going to get, I think, yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct to Burton for going and, wow. So it's a 5-minute penalty to Tutton for the wild swing to the ankle of Burton. Burton takes 2 for unsportsmanlike for going over and tapping him. So it's a 4-on-4 right now. It's the only time you will have coincident penalties happen at the same time, really, that wind up in a 4-on-4, because the Paris player will be released. There's Keane on the top. Big save, Paris. Boy, Brett Paris has been good tonight. You can see why he's leading the league in goals against average. Udding has McWilliams, shoots. Used him as a decoy. That one gets up and off the rafters. So a minute 28 to go in the 4-on-4. And then it's going to be an extended 3-minute man advantage for Paris. Pike looked like he was loading it up. Utting is on him. 12 to shoot. Pike gets loose. Tries to tuck it over Paris. He gets big and says no. Pike gets the loose ball back, though. Utting still on him. Great defensive effort by Utting. There's a cutter to the middle. Keene is ridden into the ground by Connor Primo. No hold. That was a perfect check. And the Timbermen get a loose ball on the resulting. Get possession off the resulting loose ball. Peterborough has it. They're in the offensive zone. 40 left on the 4-on-4. Cam Garland. Swim move. Goes to the net. Runs into Mackenzie Mitchell. That pass, whoa, hits just by the turf, where the turf meets the board and died. Lob ahead. Mike Burke has it. He is dangerous. Joe Wasson watching him. He knows. Pick coming. And the shot saved by Paris. Bingley. Swim move. Bingley is lighting it up here. He's going to head to the bench after throwing to Hartley. 6 left. Out comes Burton. Armstrong sees him, goes to the net. Oh, just at the last second. Medeiros got out there on him. Sorry, that was Zach Sloan. Armstrong changes direction. Shot clock about to expire. Armstrong trying to draw a penalty. And then with the quick on the restart, he almost took a delay of game for checking right away. So we'll call it even as he was kind of tugged on around the neck. Threw the head back a little bit, may have embellished a bit, but then definitely could have taken one on the check right on the restart. There's a shot by Spencer Pike. Another big save by Brett Paris. That's in the gear. 9:41 to go. 2:27 left on the major to Tutton. Medeiros tackles Doug Utting. He manages to get the ball over to Riley Campbell. Great job by Utting. Then he gets loose. He's going to the net. He's hit by Olbicus and the ball pops loose. Saw Patton coming. The double team managed to get the ball away. Paris to the power play. Olbicus gives it to Keene and goes off for a change. 17 on the shot clock as Paris sets up with the man advantage. Burke sidearm. Pike will rip it. That one's blocked out front. Great job there by Stephen Borden. Wasson fakes the pass. Good decision. McWilliams was not that open. Wasson going for a run. King watching him. Here's help from Searle. Oh, he gets away. King lost containment along the boards. Big mistake. Lets Peterborough keep running. Penalty coming now to Peterborough. It's going to be Tim Bergen. Interference. That's just not a good penalty to take. It'll be 5-on-3 for Paris for 1 minute and 28 seconds. So Olbicus will be the safety valve. He's going to start with the ball. He was adjusting his glove. Didn't realize the ball was there for him. Play is blown in. Burke and Keene on the right side. Kern on the left. They go low. There's a shot by Melnichenko, stopped by Paris. There's another shot by Melnichenko. That one goes off Paris and hard up into the concrete wall. Comes back down. Kern to Burke. Back to him. They go down low. Melnichenko takes a whack. Shot from the outside misses. That'll be over and back unless Olbicus can get there, but that's why you have the safety valve up high. He saves it. 16 on the shot clock. Keene, he'll shoot. He does. Paris jumps to avoid letting the ball go in his net. Campbell runs through a couple defenders. There's another one coming. Medeiros knocks it loose. Utting hustles over, gets in the way. Great job, Doug Utting. They're going to say it's an 8-second count on Peterborough. So Paris set back up on the power play. That pass high for Keene. He had to jump. He couldn't shoot. Comes out, bouncing around. Nobody can quite get to it. Oh, great job by Brett Coons to get body position and allow Paris to come up with it. Campbell, watched by Obicus. He's got 3 to get over. He makes it. Drops it momentarily, but it bounces right up to him. Lob pass. Oh, that would have actually gotten through to Fred Hartley, but Cole McWilliams didn't see it. It bounced off his back. Burton runs into the offensive zone. 4 left on the 5-on-3. Burke's going to shoot. Oh, and it goes in, but it's after the first penalty was over, so a bit of a break. Burke wants to say it was on the first one. It was not. Paris made the save, spun, and kind of tossed it inadvertently into his own net. So it is a power play goal, but it's on the second penalty, so that will release the Peterborough player. We'll go back to 5-on-5 lacrosse, and it's 7-6 with 7:13 to play. The referees conferred as Paris was trying to convince them that that ball had gone in before the first penalty expired. It was just after I was watching. It is the correct call. So we're back to 5-on-5. Down now to 7 minutes to play. 7-6 lead for Peterborough. Bingley on Kern. He switches hands, as he is wont to do. Gives it off to Burke. Keen's shot, face save by Brett Paris. Shakes the head to loosen things up. Burke with the forecheck. Bingley runs through it. He's got McWilliams off the bench. Great job by Bingley. Don't pass that. You can, behind the back. Pass shot from Bingley? I'm not sure. That was not a good decision. Great play to get up there. Just had to pull it out. Trying to do a little too much, but Tutton gets it back. Timbermen have the ball. Swim move. Swatting at it was Zach Sloan. They throw it up to Mickle. Bergen. 6:18 to go. Peterborough by 1. Battle for the ball is won by Paris. Sloan gets over center with Hartley all over him. Hands it off to Liam Patton. Patton again on the Buffalo Bandits practice squad, trying to earn his way back up. Playing here in the top development league for the National Lacrosse League. The Arena Lacrosse League is the place to be if you have aspirations to play in the top pro league in the world. Here's Tutton. He's got a man off the bench. Kula. Oh, and he drops the pass. Took his eye off just before it got there as he was looking to the net. That ball is scooped by Ulbicus. He's going for a run. Connor Primo on him. I believe this is my first chance to see Primo in person playing box lacrosse. He is solid. That's him on Keene. You can see the footwork and stick work. Great body position. Drake Smith sets up a screen. Shot on the run. Melnichenko running across the top. And that'll be the officials' timeout. 5:12 to go. 7-6. Peterborough leads. We'll decide it when we come back to Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us. 5:12 to go. 7-6, a one-goal game. Brett Paris for the Peterborough Timbermen on our left, going to the right. Stephen Orleman for the Paris Riverwolves. Both have been outstanding in this game. Who can make the saves his team needs down the stretch? There's one from Orleman. Arm save on the shot by Bergen. And the outlet pass ahead quickly to McCullough. Bingley out on him, but they get Pike coming off the bench. Steps in the crease. Way in the crease. And Peterborough goes the other way. Bingley running with it. No doubt his coach has talked to him about making the smart play. He just gets that pass through, but gets it ahead to Kula. Boy, Bingley's brought a great effort tonight. Just that one decision last time. Didn't hurt them. There's Hartley underneath. Penalty coming. Definite hold by Rob King as he was beat. But Peterborough gets the ball back. Only 5 to shoot. Oh, no, it is a reset. They didn't originally call the reset. Now it goes. Bergen over to Mickle. Big push by McCullough. Garland goes to his shot. Stopped by Orleman. It's grabbed by King, and King will go to the box for 2 or less for holding with 4:08 to play. Peterborough a chance to get a little insurance. Bergen over to McWilliams, down low to Kula. Mickle and Hartley, the lefties as usual. Olbicus and Patton up high. Looks like Beam and Searle down low on the penalty kill. That pass is tipped away, but still comes back over to Mickle. 13 on the shot clock. Hartley has it. Mickle to Bergen. He's thinking shot. Goes overhand, saved by the chest of Orleman, and Olbicus will come up with it. Mickle runs back to take away Patton. Here's a man off the bench. The shot in the, no, it's on the backside of the mesh. I just saw the mesh moving. And Olbicus, you can reach into the crease, but if the goalie has it covered, then it is his possession. Jamie Dubrick asking for an explanation. I thought that ball looked like it was free, and Olbicus was just reaching for it. But Mike Sullivan was right there in position to make that call. Peterborough back set up on the power play. McWilliams, sidearm, rips it wide. That was on the back of the mesh too. Hartley gets there first, gets away from him. But it's picked up by McWilliams. Fresh 30 for the Timbermen on the power play. Boy, they'd love to get a little insurance. A little bit of breathing space. 3 minutes to go in the game. 50 left on the power play. Hartley turns inside. Beam on him. Near side shot. Hartley can't play it. He knows he went through the crease. He's telling Mickle to go get the ball. Now he can check, and they will pressure. 3 seconds to get over center. Searle just makes it with a second to go. And the alternate captain will take his time and leave it there for Patton. 30 seconds on the penalty, 15 now on the shot clock. Paris can kill about half of it. Oh, Kern wide open, just nobody paying attention, and wound up getting a pretty good scoring chance. The one problem is now Peterborough has 17 left on the power play. Looks like they're going to slow it down, though. 10 on the power play. Coolest behind the net. Bergen to McWilliams. He shoots. That's off the post. Fresh 30. Garland picks it up. We're 5-on-5. 2 minutes to go. 7-6 Peterborough. More action next week. Saturday, March 31st. Tripleheader. 1, 4, and 7. The playoff games. Garland with 15 on the shot clock is going to shoot on the run right in the chest of Orleman. It is snagged by Patton, who lobs it ahead. Smart play. They just make it across center. That was Mackenzie Mitchell. He gets ahead to Patton. He dives, shoots. He's in the crease. Paris will reach out and get it. No call on anything there. But Peterborough comes up with the ball. 1:26 to play. They lead by 1. Borden has it. Steps across center. Gives it to Joe Wasson. No pressure yet from the Riverwolves. I assume Orleman will follow his teammates to the bench if they get possession for the extra attacker. Peterborough leads by 1. 1:08 to go. 8 on the shot clock. Right in front of McWilliams, but he was on the crease. Paris ball. Orleman is actually looking back at his net. Now he looks at the bench. Nobody's talking to him. Coaches don't even look over, so Orleman just stays where he is. 55 to play. Burke has the ball. Gets it back from Smith. Bingley on him. The pass to Kern doesn't connect. Great defensive effort there by Brett Coons. It's 5 to shoot. Kern spinning. Gets a shot, misses the net, goes up out of play. 36.5, Peterborough has it. Now we'll see what kind of pressure Paris puts on. Pass ahead. Oh, gets away. Thrown away. Peterborough just didn't give Paris a chance. And then Searle with a cross-check on Bergen. So there's a discussion, 20 seconds to go. The officials are talking to see what call is taking precedence here. All 3 of them getting together. So Paris called timeout when they got the ball. 20.6 to go. Paris desperately needs possession. Orleman staying in his net for now. Oh, and Searle jumped. That's going to be Peterborough ball. Peterborough calls a timeout. That was a dangerous situation as Colton Armstrong grabbed that ball right around center and ran along the center line. But Peterborough got their timeout call. Derek Searle is arguing, but he definitely jumped early. That's a tough break for the alternate captain. You can just All right, lacrosse friends, 27.4 seconds to go. Peterborough has possession. Paris has pulled their goaltender. Fred Hartley with it. He's going to run. Gets away from Olbicus, goes, shoots in the empty net. 21.3 to go, and the Timbermen have some insurance. Paris had to press. They had to pull the goalie and go after the ball, try and get possession. They are not very happy about what has transpired. I still don't really know what the call was that led to a face-off. There's Coons and Searle discussing it, both presenting their cases quite reasonably. We've got 21.3 to go in a 2-goal lead. Timbermen 8, Riverwolves 6. Coons pulls it out, it's grabbed there by Doug Utting. He retreats. 14 seconds. Long pass ahead, actually almost into the Peterborough bench. Orleman gets, no, it gets away from him. Patton gets it. 6 seconds to go. And Patton's just going to hang on. That was an exciting game of lacrosse. Didn't mean anything in the standings. Peterborough still finishes 7th. Paris still finishes 2nd. But these teams will face off again next week, and it should be a beauty. So next week, March 31st, Saturday, here at the Children's Arena in Oshawa, 3 games of Arena Lacrosse League playoff action. 1 o'clock, Whitby Steelhawks face the Six Nations Snipers. At 4 o'clock, the Oshawa Outlaws will be the road team facing the St. Catharines Steelhawks. And then 7 o'clock, it'll be Peterborough and Paris again, with Paris the home team officially. I'm Stephen Stamp. This has been JVI Sports Network's presentation of the Arena Lacrosse League. We'll see you next time.